I'm starting to think LinkedIn should like ditch the survey feature. So here's one that came across my feed a while ago. Curious what you all think about it. When you look at the, like, just without reading the question, just seeing like, okay, vote for like open spaced office or closed spaced office. I'm like, okay, like those are two discrete options. Perhaps not everyone knows like what an open space versus a closed space office is. And honestly, like there could be degrees of those things. So I could see like, okay, like maybe those need some specificity, but overall I was like, yeah, I guess like I see why people would vote for one or the other. But then I read the question. Here's how I read this in my head. Do you prefer to work in busy open space offices or calm closed space offices? So like now it's not really about open or closed. It's also about like busy or calm. And so now I'm thinking like, couldn't I be in a closed space office that's like still super busy? Like I'm working at a cubicle closed and people are still like bugging me, or I even have my own office and the door's shut, but people are like busted in all the time. That's busy. And couldn't I work in an open space office where it's calm and people are just like really respectful of boundaries and like just pay attention to their own work? The answer is yes. Both of those scenarios like are possible, right? So what is this question about? Is it about liking to work in an open space versus a closed space? Is it about whether you prefer working in a busy area or in a calm area? Or does like the author have some like attitude and it's like, do you prefer to work in like a busy open space or a calm closed space? Right? Like for something that like comes across as like, oh, this is like so short and sweet and to the point, it's actually kind of complicated. We don't like complicated in surveys. If you want to know the floor plan people prefer, ask that. If you want to know if people prefer a busy office or a calm office, ask that. But maybe think about if busy versus calm is like the proper contrast there. I'm having kind of a hard time with it because to me, like busy almost sounds negative and calm sounds positive. That's like my own bias showing. And so I'm like, ooh, like are those good choices? Like what I'm thinking about like as the parallel is some people like really vibe working in like a coffee shop environment. There's a lot going on around them and they love that. I like to work in complete silence. I don't even listen to music. So like that type of environment wouldn't work for me. I don't know if I would characterize those as like busy versus calm, right? Because I could also imagine like I work in a really busy office, but like everyone's calm. They're not like stressing, right? Again, like words have different meanings. So I would think about what you mean by those two terms and set up like a proper contrast, like get at the choice, get at what you really want to know here. I don't know how this person's going to use this data, but I wish they just weren't going to use it because it's not a good question. I prefer a calm open space, so I did not participate in this LinkedIn survey.